zoo. It's episode 14 of the hair color series. For today, we're gonna do a bleached out money piece using products from Sally's. After that, we're gonna try Brad Mondo's new toning foam, and we have another giveaway. For this week, we're gonna do a $50 gift card from XMONDO. If you want to enter this week's giveaway, all you need to do is leave a comment below. It closes on Friday, and I will announce the winner in next Sunday's video. The winner from last week is towards the end of this video, and it's timestamped below, as well as all the products we're gonna be using today, and none of these are sponsored, so this is an honest review / tutorial. All right, that's enough. Let's start. First thing we're going to do is touch up this money piece, which is just a band of blonde. You can also reverse it and do a band of dark. For me, we're gonna keep it blonde. Take a middle part. It's going to be in the middle regardless if you part your hair to the right or to the left. You're using a middle part for this. We're gonna take a triangle subsection. This is the fringe area or the bang area of the head. You can start back as far as you want, but the further you go back, the bigger your money piece is going to be. We're just doing a retouch today. You can see my root, so I'm gonna keep mine the same. So I'm just making a one side to the triangle here, like this, and then I'm going to mirror that on the other side. You do wanna make the sectioning as clean as possible. An easy way to do that is to take a comb that looks similar to this, where it has a little gap. You put your finger where you want it to land. I want it to land right where my head is starting to change shape here. Finger goes here, comb goes in like you're kissing it, so you're not stabbing it and parting. You're kind of taking it at a 45-degree angle. Meet the comb to the finger, and that's how you get a super clean line. This is what we're going to color today. Also real quick, sorry the audio isn't as great today. Henry chewed my microphone cord, as well as my cell phone cord, as well as my iPad charger. He did that yesterday. Flip back the rest of your hair. We don't want it in the way. Now we're gonna go in and mix up the lightener, bleach. We're gonna use this cream lightener, bright white. This is from Sally's. You can put this on the scalp, which is what we're going to do today, or you can put it inside of foils. It says it does 8 levels of lift. I don't think so, but it does a solid 4. This is a 1:2 ratio, meaning you're going to do 1 part of this to 2 parts of hydrogen peroxide or developer. We are using the eyeball method, which is not recommended at all, especially when mixing up darker colors. But to clarify, the only reason I am using the eyeball method is because I'm doing it on myself and it's a very little strip of color. I would never use the eyeball method on my clients at all. When I first started working in the salon, I eyeballed color all the time. But what I found out quickly was when I needed to remix color, there was a problem because I didn't write down the ratio. I didn't have how many ounces of what, especially when you start intermixing colors using 3 or 4 colors in one formula. Things can get a little sideways. It never worked out in my favor. To circle back, just get in a habit of measuring your hair color as I use the eyeball method. 40 volume developer today. Yikes! Not my first choice for this. In a perfect world, I would use 20 volume developer, but I'm out of it. Here's the texture of the lightener. I made this one a little bit thicker, like thick buttercream frosting, because I don't want this to slippery slope and move on me. Your scalp is hot. It's hot up there and it's producing heat waves. And heat melts stuff. So it's going to melt my frosting. So I didn't add as much developer to this to account for that. I'm also using, which is going to be hard to see, but a angled small brush. This is good for precision hair coloring like this. If you don't have one of these, you don't need one of these. Hell, you don't even need a color brush. You can use a makeup brush, you'll be fine. These do make it a little bit easier. I'm going to release the beast. There's the triangle. Take that brown out. For me, we're just gonna be focusing on this root area, doing a basic root touch-up. So the lightener needs to touch all of my new growth, this brown hair. This is my natural hair color. This is what I'm born with. Because it's virgin hair, it's going to lift really quickly. Also, when you're factoring in that we are using 40 volume. We don't want to ever overlap bleach, meaning put the bleach here and then overlap it to this blonde, because at this middle part where they meet, it's going to cause it to snap and break. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does have a huge possibility of happening. I'm gonna go through and outline this quad. Now it is almost impossible, especially when you're doing it on yourself, to not overlap these colors, but we are going to do our best. If you're scared of getting lightener on this part or color, you can put foils or conditioner to act as a barrier cream. Look at those roots. And just tapping it. Tap, 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 tap. Now I'm gonna go through and dissect this thing. And I'm gonna use horizontal, very thin subsections. Super thin. You don't want any zebra stripes or cheetah spots when you're doing this. That is the shortest piece of hair I've ever seen. If for some reason this does start to burn, you can put Sweet and Low sugar packet on it. That will stop the burning. I'm going to do the top of this, lift it up, and I'm gonna do its belly or the bottom, get the root. Also, we should be wearing gloves. So now that the color's applied, anytime you're checking on a color, you're gonna go through the opposite way and see what it looks like. I went this way, horizontal, straight across to apply my color. So to check, I'm going to cut it in half this way, vertical, up and down. See how it's developing. There is no processing time when we're talking about bleach or lightener. You're just watching it with your eyeballs. You're just checking it, taking the end of your, ooh, that's got bleach on it. Taking the end of your rat tail comb, kind of moving it around and seeing where it's at. One thing to keep in mind is you definitely don't want to go outside with color, bleach, lightener, whatever on your hair to take a break. Do not do that. If you were to go from this room, which is probably like 74 degrees, actually it's probably like 77 because it gets hot in this bathroom. It's hot in here, so going from 70 something to 40 degrees outside is much like shocking an egg. It's going to stop that process or change it dramatically. So you want to try to stay in the same room when you do this. Don't go out and take a smoke break. Don't wander outside. You need to stay where you are. Otherwise, you're gonna have shaky results. Now, what I'm about to show you is a big no, but it can be done if you're doing it carefully. My hair is pretty much done processing. I'm going to take it back into horizontal partings. It's a little bit hard to see, but I have a band of gold that doesn't quite match this nice level 10. So what I'm going to do is swipe this through with my comb. It's only gonna be on here for maybe a minute. And I'm not going all the way down to the ends. I'm just taking it to take care of this band. So this absolutely goes against everything I just said to not overlap color. But if the hair is in good condition, you can comb it through. But make sure you're not scraping the comb on the scalp. You don't want to cause an abrasion on your scalp or someone else's, or an open wound and have bleach go into an open wound. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. I'm gonna go shampoo this out. Here it is after the shampoo. It is very khaki yellow, which is normal. If you're bleaching your hair, don't be scared. It's either going to be yellow or it's going to be orange. Very rarely is it going to be a desirable color that you're happy to wear out and about. Why are you being awkward? Out and about. This is Brad Mondo's new product, XMONDO Supernova Blonde Toning Leave-In Foam. What? Blonde Toning Leave-In Foam. There we go. This is geared for blonder shades of hair, also can be used on gray hair. Shake it really well, it says. Oh, we gotta go over here, hang on. We're only gonna do one side of my hair today, the damp side. It does go on damp, towel-dried hair. So that way we can get an accurate review to see how well it works. Oh, that's pretty. So it's just a foam. It smells like his hair color, I believe. Kind of like his hair color, but kind of like his shampoo. I don't know. Anyway, you just apply this in the hair. You don't have to use a brush. Probably should have sectioned it off first, but we're just getting silly. I wonder if that's too much, actually. So apparently this is going to tone out any yucky colors that I don't like. Just add more because it is a violet. English is hard right now. Because it is a violet. It's a violet tint. So as we know, anytime we want to cancel out a color, we look on the color wheel and find the color we don't want, which is yellow. We go directly across from that and find its match, which is violet or purple. And when they collide and meet together, they neutralize each other out. Not only does this tone out these unwanted tones, it has that jojoba oil to protect and strengthen. Okay, we're going in with a Dollar Tree brush and we're going to work this in. I feel like I used way too much. It doesn't say, but just reading the room, it's going on wet hair. It's a foam. It doesn't process or mix with anything, and you just blow dry it in. I would assume this is a temporary hair color, meaning it's going to shampoo out the next time I shampoo my hair. This is kind of cool because it would be fun if you're in between salon visits or doing it yourself at the redneck salon. Your hair is looking a little yellow. I don't know about you, but I used to play bingo in Kentucky. They had midnight bingo, and you can smoke in there. You could walk in that room and get lung cancer. Everybody smokes cigarettes. I would walk in that place with platinum, icy blonde hair, freshly toned, and I would leave midnight bingo with the yellowest of locks just from the smoke. Definitely would recommend midnight bingo in Kentucky if you're looking for something to do. Where was I going with that? I'm not sure, but yeah, sometimes your hair turns yellow just from the weather, smoking, whatever. This is a nice little refresh if it works. But you can already see it is a nice icy purplish blue. Use some of that right there. Now we're gonna blow dry it, right? Style as usual. Yeah, so we blow dry it. I feel like I'm gonna put a little more on here. Not really expecting it to do much to that, but that would be cool if it did. Oh, well, yeah, maybe it will. Okay, so let me go through and blow this dry. and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'll be right back. Here it is. This is the side with nothing, and this is the side with XMONDO foaming, toning, foam, gel, foam, toning foam. So if you're looking at just the ends, you can see the tonality difference. For this side, I did shampoo it yesterday with that Fanola blue shampoo, which I'm really, really liking that blue shampoo. 10 out of 10 on the blue shampoo. I didn't leave it on long, maybe 30 seconds, but this is the nice tone that it gave me, a very modest, cool tone. With the XMONDO side, you can see it has more of a violet hue, cooler tones, which I really, really like that. And it did cancel out a lot of those little yellow pieces that I had kind of floating around. Floating, it has a G on it, floating around. Now, as far as the top, there is a little bit of difference. Again, this one has the XMONDO foam. This one has nothing on it. It did change it a little bit, but I'm still going to need that base toner for it to grab onto more. So I will end up toning this probably with, I'll probably just use like a 9V, 9 Violet, 10 volume wet hair, about 10 minutes. I like it for a fun refresh. It actually looks really, really pretty. I like the tonality. The texture of it, it does have a texture. It feels very similar to, have you ever used foaming, what is it? Thickening foam mousse. Put it on wet hair, blow dry it in. It does have a texture similar to that. It's not a bad thing. I think I put too much on the top here because it does still appear that it's wet, but it's dry. Do you remember when we did that Wella mask, the toning mask? The color was called Pearl or something. This is what the swatch looked like. So that's what that color was supposed to look like. That's really cool. I like it. What would be cool to see though, if he made a red, sorry, this chair is talking to me, a red one and a green one. The red one would be nice for copper brunettes to add some of that depth, dimension, just for a fun one-time thing. The green one would be cool to have if you have too much red in your hair and you want to neutralize it out, tone it down a little bit. That would be nice to see. All right, so now we're going to move on to the giveaway. This is for, what is this for? This is for the $25 Amazon gift card. That's right. So everyone who commented is in this spinny wheel, and we're going to spin it together. If this is you, you're going to email me. And y'all, I can't even believe this, but now people are making fake email accounts of the winner and stealing their photo and emailing me. So I have to do this huge process to make sure this is the exact person. 2 weeks ago, they got me. It was the $50 Amazon gift card. And someone had emailed me acting like someone else, and I sent them the gift card, even though my body was like, this is suspicious. And then the real winner emailed me and was like, hey, I'm ready to collect my prize. What? I already gave out the prize. And then I put 2 and 2 together from my own research. So just know that I know you did that to me. I forgive you if you're watching. This isn't the first time this has happened. I've told this story before, but it's not funny, but it's funny now, I guess. But when I got my first YouTube paycheck, I think it was like $326. I wanted to give that back to the community who supported me, and someone scammed me. So I had to double the prize money. But anyway, you're going to email me and I'm going to verify. I am going to verify. Trust me, now that I know these rabbit tricks, I'm going to be verifying. Don't forget, if you want to enter to win the $50 XMONDO gift card, to comment something below. Again, it's going to close on Friday, so that gives me time to enter everyone into this wheel. The winner will be announced in next Sunday's video, and we'll have another giveaway within that video. Oh, I've got some fun stuff, y'all. I forgot about that. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday. If you celebrated, if you didn't, that's okay. I didn't really do much. I had a crab cake and it was really good. I didn't even cook the spread this year. I didn't even want to do it. I appreciate you hanging out with me in this bathroom, the Redneck Salon, and I'll see you next time for something cool. Something cool.